Привет, друзья! Как дела? Добро пожаловать на мой подкаст. Сегодня подкаст для студентов А1. Для студентов, которые только начинают изучать русский язык. Hello, friends. My name is Nikolai. Welcome to my podcast. And in this episode, this will be a super easy podcast for those of you who just start learning Russian. If you are A1 level student or like A0 level student, you're just starting, this will be a great episode because we will talk about the verbs and verb conjugation. So all I will do in today's class is I will explain you the verbs, and I will also show you how to conjugate them in the present tense, and we'll give you examples. So we will learn a bunch of very common Russian verbs. So let's start with verb number one, работать. Работать. By the way, notice that I say работать. In the end, we have this t sound. You know that when we have this t sound, this is actually an infinitive. An infinitive is the word form that is found in the dictionary, specifically for the verb. So работать means to work. In English, it's not very clear what infinitive is because there is no clear difference between infinitive and first verb conjugation, like I work and to work. You see, it's the same form. But for example, if you speak Spanish, this will be quite different. If you say yo trabajo and trabajar, trabajar ending in ar is infinitive, and yo trabajo ending in o, that's first conjugation. So you see, we have similar grammatical idea in Russian. So if you say работать, that means to work, or trabajar. And I work would be я работаю, yo trabajo. You see, the ending is you. Okay, so now what we will do is we will conjugate this verb, and then I will conjugate other verbs as well. So we see here that работать ends in at, which makes it the first group conjugation. This is very important because first verb conjugations have similar endings. For example, я работаю, ты работаешь, он работает, она работает. The same. Он и она, the same endings. Yet. Мы работаем, вы работаете, они работают. Okay, so this is the first verb for us to learn today. Работать. Let's think of an example. For instance, how do you translate this in your head? He works at a store. I'll give you 3 seconds. Think about it and try to say it out loud. He works at a store. Он работает в магазине. Good job. Next one. Знать. To know. Знать. So, the conjugation is as follows. Я знаю, ты знаешь, он знает, она знает, мы знаем, вы знаете, они знают. All right, that's great. Now, how do you say this sentence in Russian? She doesn't know Spanish. She doesn't know Spanish. I'll give you 3 seconds, and then I will say the Russian sentence. Она не знает испанский. Or you could say, она не знает испанский язык. Very good. The next one is играть. Играть, to play. It's funny, this word comes from the noun игра, which means game. So let's conjugate it. Я играю, ты играешь, он играет, она играет, мы играем, вы играете, они играют. That's great. Now let's make an example. I'll tell you an English sentence and you have to say it in Russian. I'll give you 3 seconds and then I will say and you will check yourself. So how do you say this? We never play soccer. The answer is мы никогда не играем в футбол. Мы никогда не играем в футбол. Maybe you made the mistake here. Maybe you said мы никогда играем в футбол. Well, this was wrong because when we say никогда, we also have to use negative particle не with the verb. Did you know that? All right. So the next verb is to learn. Изучать. Изучать. So let's conjugate it. Я изучаю, ты изучаешь, он изучает, она изучает, мы изучаем, вы изучаете, они изучают. Okay, remember that this verb means to learn something and not to study. For instance, if you want to say, I study at the university, you cannot use this verb. You can only use this one if you are saying, like, I'm learning math, I'm learning Russian, I'm learning science, whatever, okay? So let's translate this sentence into Russian. I'll give you 3 seconds, and you have to say it out loud, and then listen to me saying the correct version. So, how do you say this? I am learning math in college. The answer is я изучаю математику в колледже. Я изучаю математику в колледже. All right, that's great. Did you get it? All right, I hope you did. The next verb, which has the same ending and the same conjugation, is to begin. Начинать. Начинать. So, let's conjugate it together. Я начинаю, ты начинаешь, он начинает, она начинает, мы начинаем, вы начинаете, они начинают. That's great. So let's look at one example. I'm telling you an English sentence and you have to translate it into Russian. I'll give you 3 seconds. All right, so we are starting our lesson soon. The answer is мы скоро начинаем наш урок. Мы скоро начинаем наш урок. You could also say мы начинаем наш урок скоро. So you could put скоро in the end of the sentence. It doesn't really matter. It will be perfectly fine. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so the next one would be to read. Читать. Я читаю, ты читаешь, он читает, она читает, мы читаем, вы читаете, они читают. Okay, a sentence to translate. You, all of you, like plural, you read interesting books every day. The answer is вы читаете интересные книги каждый день. Вы читаете интересные книги каждый день. That's great. I hope you got it. By the way, if you got all the sentences right, or maybe not right, some of them you did wrong, please let me know in comments how many sentences did you do right. I'm interested. All right, let's go to the next one. So the next verb would be to listen. Слушать. Я слушаю, ты слушаешь, он слушает, она слушает, мы слушаем, вы слушаете, они слушают. All right, that's great. Now let's translate one sentence. I'm telling you in English and you have to translate it, say it out loud, okay? And then check with my answer. So how do you say this? Anne likes to... No, let's do this one. Anne is listening to music every morning. Анна слушает музыку каждое утро. Анна слушает музыку каждое утро. Did you get it right? I hope so. And so let's move on to the last verb for today. This is also from the first conjugation group, although the ending of this one is not ать, but ять. So this one is гулять, which means to go for a walk. Please don't mix it with walking, especially when you say, let's say, I walked to the train station. Because when you say I walk to the train station, you are using this verb as a verb of motion. And verbs of motion is a totally different topic, and we won't cover it today. So when we say гулять, it only means like to go for a walk, like, you know, just to walk and enjoy this walk, okay? So, я гуляю, ты гуляешь, он гуляет, она гуляет, мы гуляем, вы гуляете, они гуляют. Now, I will say a sentence in English and you have to translate it. Try to say it out loud and then wait 3 seconds and check with my answer how to say it correctly. All right. My brother walks in the park every night. Мой брат гуляет в парке каждый вечер. Мой брат гуляет в парке каждый вечер. All right. Did you do it correctly? Please let me know in comments. So, we've covered actually 7 verbs today. So let me read them again. Работать, to work. Знать, to know. Играть, to play. Изучать, to learn. Начинать, to begin. Читать, to read. Слушать, to listen. И гулять, to go for a walk. Sorry, it's actually 8 verbs, not 7. So I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast. Let me know if you want me to continue. If you want me to continue doing the same podcast for the verbs or on other, vocabulary, please let me know. If I see, your comments and your reaction, if it's, important, then I will definitely continue. Thank you so much for listening, and I will hear you guys in the next episode. Пока-пока.